People out here, they don't even know the outside world exists. Might as well be living on the fucking moon.
There's all kinds of ghettos in the world.
It's all one ghetto, man. Giant gutter in outer space.
True Detective Season 1 was the very definition of lightning in a bottle. Debuting back in January 2014, the show garnered widespread critical acclaim for its philosophical musings on the futile nature of life. However, with the fourth season currently hitting streamers, it's not an understatement to say that the hype that surrounded the show's first season has largely dried up, which is in no small part down to the change in direction of True Detective's second season. So what happened? And did Season 2 of True Detective really fail? Hello, my name's Tommy and I'm delighted to have you on board. Come join me, fellow niche sympathizer, as we decipher if True Detective's glass is half full, half empty, or was never really there in the first place. And if you think my ramblings are more nonsensical than Rust Cole monologuing on life, feel free to drop this video a like. True Detective's first season followed Detective Rustin Rust Cole and partner Martin Marty Hart, two Louisiana State Police detectives working homicide. We track Rust and Marty across multiple time periods, while returning to reinvestigate a case about a murdered prostitute which had been presumed solved 17 years earlier. The show follows the partners as their lives become entangled, all the while eerily mirroring their outlooks on existence. Hart is a man trying to do all the right things in all the wrong ways, while Cole is a pessimist, constantly haunted by his dark past. It's all sunshine and bloody roses.
Look, I'd consider myself a realist, alright? But in philosophical terms, I'm what's called a pessimist.
Making up the cast for the first season were a host of undeniably A-list talent, with the likes of Matthew McConaughey, Woody Harrelson, and Michelle Monaghan creating a truly premium television experience. The series' subversive nature, coupled with the compelling story and roller coaster twists, made it edge of your seat viewing. No, really, ask my girlfriend, she just watched it for the first time and was literally on the edge of her seat while left wanting more. Seasons 2 and 3 also undoubtedly ensnared A-list casts, with Rachel McAdams joining Colin Farrell and Vince Vaughn in Season 2, while Oscar winner Mahershala Ali headed up the third. However, neither of these seasons captured the magic of the first, and critical and fan receptions sounded more depressing than one of Rust's monologues about human existence.
I think the honorable thing for our species to do is deny our programming. Stop reproducing. Walk hand in hand into extinction. One last midnight, brothers and sisters opting out of a raw deal.
It seems no matter how big the talent they recruit, they just can't live up to what preceded them, you know? Now, second and third seasons of TV not living up to the original's promise is nothing really new. Often shows either bomb after the first season or take multiple seasons to find their true stride. However, it was the manner of the shattering fan disappointment between seasons 1 and 2 that makes this cold case worth reopening. Season 1 succeeded in creating an atmosphere of pessimism while exploring the very worst parts of human beings. Rust is often the mouthpiece of the show's musings on existentialism, while Marty's experiences, which ultimately lead him to leaving the Force, are often the physical personifications mirroring these.
Tweaker tried to dry the kid in a microwave.
Much of this comes down to the penmanship of first-time television writer Nick Pizzolatto, whose exploration of character combined with his meditation on the futility of life, and further coupled with the undoubted and at times unrivaled chemistry between real-life besties Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson, make the show truly awe-inspiring. Now, I'm not going to go into the many inspirations of Pizzolatto. However, Nick's love for a blend of genres is clear for all to see. The show seamlessly blends crime drama with Southern Gothic, with even physiological drama. However, it's another of his influences which may hold the key to understanding why Season 1 of True Detective stands so far and above even its own continuations. That of weird fiction. Weird fiction was noted by Wisecrack, and it isn't necessarily easy to define. However, it is regularly associated with authors such as H.P. Lovecraft, and is often characterized by abrupt endings and leaving you with a feeling of purposelessness and unease. Sounds a lot like going for a drive with Cole, if you ask me. The focus on the pessimistic, all while offering no clear sense of true optimism in its ending, made the writing of Season 1 so damn Moorish. It was like car chase TV. You simply couldn't look away, wanting just one more successful evade of capture. But here is where we start to see the differences in series. Where Season 2 equally succeeds in creating an atmosphere of pessimism and existentialism, it lacks the focus on weird fiction of the first. Where Season 1 hints at a grander meaning, which didn't quite materialize, taking many forms, such as whether there is something deeper behind Cole's visions, what the meaning was behind Marty's daughter's somewhat disturbing modern art, or crucially, the Grand Tuttle conspiracy, which left fans feeling like there was so much story left to explore. Season 2's complex and somewhat convoluted plot, with multiple connecting storylines, made it tough for viewers to really engage with the narrative compared to the more straightforward approach of Season 1. It also didn't help that the series was effectively rushed out due to the overwhelming popularity of the first. Significantly though, it detoured away from many of the aspects of weird fiction that made its predecessor such interesting TV. It futilely attempted to wrap up all its loose ends. In doing so, it inevitably left a bitter taste in the mouths of audiences.
I got a bad taste in my mouth out here. Aluminum. Ash. Like you can smell the psychosphere.
Leaving no lasting impression or feeling of a central message. Not only did it feel like a bad copy of something beloved with none of the same philosophical underpinnings, it also made audiences question, why didn't we get that for the first season? Quite simply, Season 1 hit a good, no, a great thing. We wanted more Rust and Marty, and it felt like there was so much more story to tell. Season 3 returned after a slight hiatus to more positive reviews than Season 2, however the damage had already been done. The brilliance of Season 1 meant that people didn't really want this to be an anthology show. They were craving a further exploration of the story down in Louisiana. Somewhat ironically, as dipping back into the lives of Cole and Hart could mean losing the very weird thing that made it so damn compelling in the first place. Just ask my on-the-edge-of-a-seat girlfriend. She was desperate to see where else the story could lead, and felt that ending, not closing all the plot threads, was like a big middle finger. However, she might be in luck as Season 4, the first without Pizzolatto as showrunner, takes place in Alaska, hinting at a potential exploration of Rust's past. But in coming full circle, could True Detective be potentially opening the lid to let out the lightning the first season so successfully captured in the bottle?
I got an idea. Let's make the car a place of silent reflection from now on. Okay?
Let us know what you think. Are you a Season 2 apologist? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're there, feel free to drop us a like and subscribe. It really helps with algorithms and things. And I've also linked below our website, www.podcastassemble.com, where you can find our regular podcast and so much more. Why not join us for more geek content? Thanks for popping by. Laters Gators.